السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما. Today we are going to go over I'rabul Jumla, status of a sentence. So we have understood that there are sentences in Arabic and in Quran that have a status. So, الجملة التي لها محل لها من الإعراب, sentences that have a position in Arab or that have a status. So let's learn together all the sentences that will have a status. So the first type that you are going to see of a sentence that have a status is when a sentence comes up as a khabar. When a sentence is seen as a khabar, it's going to be fi mahalli raf'in. As we can see here in this example, لعلكم تتقون. تتقون is jumla فعلية والفاعل واو الجماعة. And here this تتقون is في محل رفع خبر لعل. When sentences خبر of kana wa akhawatuha, in that case status of the khabar is going to be fi mahalli nasbin, or status of a sentence which is the khabar of kana wa akhawatuha is going to be fi mahalli nasbin. When we see sentence which can be jumla ismiya or jumla felia, and it is a sifa or not for a ism that is nakira, that sentence also has a status. It shares the status of a common ism that it is describing. So here in Ayatun Nur, Mathalu Nurihi Kamishkat, Fiha Misbahun, common ism Mishkatin, followed by jumla ismiya. فيها جار والمجرور متعلق بالخبر مقدم. مصباح مبتدا مؤخر. Ha is an ayat that is going back to mishkatin. So this jumla ismiya is describing word which is common, mishkat, niche in which there is a lamp. So status of this jumla ismiya is going to be fi mahalli jarrin, since commonism in this case is jarrin status. If it was a raf'in status, the sentence would have been labeled as fi mahalli raf'in. If it was nasbin status, the status of the sentence would have been fi mahalli nasbin. So when you see jumla ismiya or jumla felia as a sifa, it can be raf fi mahalli raf'in, it can be fi mahalli nasbin, it can be fi mahalli jarrin. When you see a sentence as a hal, you will label that sentence as fi mahalli nasbin. So in other words, that sentence again will have a status. So here we can see la taqrabu salata wa antum sukara, and you all do not come near salah while you all are intoxicated. Here jumla ismiya antum sukara is describing the condition of wawil jama'a here, you all, which is you all. So this jumla ismiya which is coming after waw halia is going to be labeled as fi mahalli nasbin. Another type of a sentence that will have a status is a sentence that is jawabu shart jazim. Jawabu shart jazim. Muqtarina bilfa au idha fujaya. That jawabu shart jazim that has attached faul rabita or that has idha fujaya at the beginning will have a status, and the status is going to be fi mahalli jazmin. So here we can see in Surah Ar-Rahman, إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا. In أدوات الشرط جازمة followed by فعل ماض في محل جزم. جواب الشرط is انفذوا and has فاء رابطة in the beginning. انفذوا is فعل الأمر مبني بحذف النون والفاعل واو الجماعة. It is a file that is واو الجماعة. This command, this jumla fi'liya that is amr is going to be labeled as fi mahalli jazmin because it has fa'ur rabita attached to it. Remember, your sentence can only be labeled as fi mahalli jazmin in the following conditions. It must have a condition that has been set up by Adwatu Shart Jazima, number 1. Number 2, Jawabu Shart should have either Fa'ur Rabita or Idafu Jaya. The next sentence that will have a status is going to be a sentence that is Mudaf ilayhi, that is Mudaf ilayhi to Azhar. And you will see Lamma, Iza, Is, Yawma, Haisu, Hina, all those asma, when they are coming up as roof, they are going to be followed by a sentence that will be their mudaf ilayhi. And since mudaf ilayhi is jar in status, the sentence is going to be labeled as fi mahalli jarin. The next sentence that will have a status is going to be maqulul qawl. Maqulul qawl, which is seen after qala yaqulu fail ma'loom, is going to be labeled as fi mahalli nasbin maf'ulun bihi. Fi mahalli nasbin maf'ulun bihi because it is answering your what question. Qalu, they said. What did they say? So it's going to be inverted comma statement, amanna, and this sentence is going to be labeled as fi mahalli nasbin. One point that you must keep in mind is if you see maqulul qawl after fila yuqalu, which is fail majhul, you are going to label that maqulul qawl as fi mahalli raf'in naibul fa'il, right? The last example of a sentence that will have a status is going to be a sentence jumla tu tabi'a li jumla laha mahalla min al-i'rab. So a sentence which is following a sentence which has an i'rab. So if you have a sentence like we can see here that is following a sentence which has an i'rab, that sentence will also have i'rab through connector, through atf. Okay, so let me explain this to you. Rasulam minhum. Rasulam minhum. Rasulan, common ism, followed by jar wal majrur, which is the sifa. Yatlu alayhim ayatik. Yatlu, jumla fi'liya wal fa'il. Damir mustatir huwa alayhim ayatik is alayhim jar wal majrur. Mutaliq bil fi'l ayatik is going to be maf'ul bihi. So this sentence is coming after a common ism. So this sentence can be labeled as sifa for Rasulan because the Damir Mustatir is an ayat that is going back to Rasulan. So the status of the sentence, since it's a sifa for Rasulan, is going to be fi mahalli nasbin. Now you have another sentence that is connected to yatlu alayhim ayatik through waw. Yu'allimuhumul kitaba wal hikmah. Status of yu'allimuhumul kitaba wal hikmah is going to be the same as yatlu alayhim ayatik because they are connected through waw atf. And same is going to be the case with wa yuzakihim because this is also connected through waw atf it's also going to have the same status. So all these three sentences are going to be fi mahalli nasbin. The first sentence is going to be fi mahalli nasbin because it is a sifa for Rasul. The second is going to be fi mahalli nasbin bil atf, waw atf, and the third again is going to be fi mahalli nasbin through connector waw, because whatever is connected through atf is going to share the status. Keep that in mind. So in nutshell, you will see sentences that will have status, and these are your sentences that will have status. So keep on revising, and inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make this journey of learning Quran easy for you. If you find this session beneficial, like, subscribe, and share. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.